Hello and a very warm welcome to Science Monitor, our weekly news update on science, technology, invention and innovation. I am Smriti Rastogi. In today's episode, we will tell you about the eco-friendly technology developed by CSIR's Institute for Air Transport and also show you how an innovative device developed by an Indian innovator is ensuring the cleanliness and hygiene of people who are unable to walk. There will be much more science news, but let's start with the headlines. Innovative technology developed by CSIR, Indian Institute of Petroleum, could revolutionize environment-friendly biofuels, especially in the field of air transport. Sahayata ensures cleanliness and dignity for people unable to move independently. Indian biomedical startup develops wheelchairs for people with disabilities. Indigenous diagnostic tool for detection of aquaculture pathogens developed by Pune's Agarkar Research Institute. Innovation will help promote shrimp cultivation. And commemorating the innovations that have empowered India's innovation system since independence, we continue our series on 75 milestones of Indian innovation ecosystem. And now the news in detail. CSIR's Indian Institute of Petroleum, Dehradun has been working towards providing environment-friendly solutions to the country through its technology development programs. An important part of this is the development of biofuels. After an extended period of research, the scientists of the institute have now developed an innovative technology to develop Biojet-Fuel. Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh, during his visit to the institute, recently inaugurated a plant based on this technology. Here is a Science Monitor report.
Indian Institute of Petroleum, the Dehradun-based Institute of the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, is working on various eco-friendly fuel production technology as part of its research and development work. The institute has developed several innovative technologies over the past decade to convert oils obtained from various organic sources, including turning edible oil waste into biofuels. Developed under the name drop-in liquid automotive and air transport fuel, this biofuel is also called Biojet-Fuel. IIP has worked closely with the Indian Air Force, civil aviation and refineries to develop this. Biojet fuel has also been tested in aircraft, and it has been found that it can reduce the use of conventional fuel and provide an environment-friendly alternative in the field of transportation.
We have developed a unique technology which is trade named as DILSAF, which is drop-in liquid automotive and air transport fuel. And this fuel, we have already BIS specification for aviation fuel, and we have been working closely with the Indian Air Force to make this biofuel certified by IAF organization called Seismological, and now all the aircrafts of IAF are certified for 10% blending of this fuel. Additionally, for civil aviation, we have worked closely with SpiceJet, where we flew a aircraft filled with 25% of this biofuel between Dehradun and Delhi.
Union Minister of Science and Technology and Earth Sciences Dr. Jitendra Singh, who arrived at IIP on the occasion of World Environment Day, inaugurated the biofuel plant set up at the institute. He said that the project of creating biofuel from oil saved during cooking reflects IIP's commitment as well as India's intentions in moving towards clean fuel. Scientists at IIP have developed this technology using hydroprocessing, during which the emission of carbon dioxide is negligible. At present, 10 to 25% biofuel has been successfully tested and certified by mixing conventional fuel with this fuel by the Indian Air Force and SpiceJet. The next goal is to completely use biofuel as a fuel, especially in aircrafts.
We believe that this technology is a unique global technology with universal appeal and if we are able to meet the feedstock requirements, it will be a revolutionary technology for our country.
Presently used cooking oil is provided to IIP by NGOs. Efforts are also underway to internationally validate eco-friendly biojet fuels that are prepared from oils like edible oil, palm oil and jatropha oil. On the one hand, this technology can provide clean fuel and common people can get income from selling used cooking oil. On the other, this will also reduce the environmental damage caused by used discarded oil. This unique world-class technology can bring a revolutionary change in the field.
A biomedical startup from Tamil Nadu has developed a solution for people with disabilities and those patients that need help dealing with the problem of defecation and hygiene. The startup, backed by several government departments including DST and BIRAC, has designed a folding wheelchair that can help differently abled as well as make it easier to take care of the patients with mobility disorders. Here is a Science Monitor report.
We all have seen or met patients and people who cannot walk alone or need support for simple tasks such as getting up or sitting. One of the most challenging tasks for these patients as caretakers is carrying them to the toilet. Picking up a disabled person or one who needs help moving onto a wheelchair, taking them to the toilet, then cleaning and transporting them back to the bed, whether in a hospital or at home, requires the combined efforts of many people. Sometimes this process also affects the self-esteem of the patient. According to a WHO report, about 38 million people in India are affected by immobility, out of which 10 million people need help to go to the toilet. Not only that, about 4% of these people die due to accidents during this process. B. Shruti, a biomedical instrumentation engineer at a Coimbatore-based startup, Dhanvantri Biomedical Private Limited, focused her attention on this specific issue and started looking for a solution. Her efforts have led to the development of a wheelchair named Sahayata. This wheelchair not only simplifies the daily activities of people suffering from immobility and other patients, but also protects their self-esteem by taking care of their hygiene.
The unique features of Sahayata are the defecation cleansing system, which actually splashes the water of 300 ml, which cleans the body after the defecation and the urination, which assists the patients in reduced transfer, maintains the dignity, hygiene, makes the defecation process of the patient much easier, healthier, hygiene with dignity. We also reduces the number of caretakers from 3 to 1, and we also supports the patient in reducing the number of assistive device purchases. Usually the immobile patient have to purchase lots of assistive aids and devices to carry out their basic activities of daily living. With one Sahayata, which assists the patient in the locomotion and the defecation purpose.
The device is fitted with a chargeable cleaning device or jet spray system with a detachable commode that helps patients clean up after defecation without help from others. The battery lasts for a month on a single 10-hour charge. This wheelchair-like device can also be opened up and converted into a stretcher or bed so that patients who cannot sit can also be comfortable. The wheelchair is designed in such a way that the chances of the patient falling off it are also reduced by up to 90%. The wheelchair assistance also makes it much easier to take care of such people and patients at the hospital or home, and at the same time increases the self-sufficiency of patients. Shruti has been a fellow of the Biotechnology Industry Research Assistance Council of the Department of Biotechnology under its Social Innovation Immersion Program. During her time there, B. Shruti developed the idea supported by BIRAC's Biotechnology Ignition Grant Scheme, and she successfully developed an affordable indigenous solution through her startup.
So this is the variant 1 what we have launched right now, and the variant 1 is in the top 10 hospitals of Tamil Nadu, and we are also expanding pan-India. The variant 2 is in the pipeline process where it comes with lots of other enhanced features. And our next business plans are like, we are looking forward to spread pan-India by the sales of 10,000 devices of Sahayata in another 5 years.
A patent has also been filed for the wheelchair in the US and India. So far, 4 such devices have been provided by Dhanvantri Biomedical in various hospitals in Tamil Nadu. A target to bring 10,000 of these wheelchairs to the market over the next 5 years has been set. Developed by an Indian researcher, this solution can become a huge source of self-respect and self-reliance for people affected by immobility once it hits the market.
Indian scientists have developed a new tool to detect aquaculture pathogen. This diagnostic tool can detect white spot syndrome virus and will help boost the shrimp cultivation industry. Developed by the Agarkar Research Institute, Pune, an autonomous institute under the Department of Science and Technology, this convenient diagnostic tool has recently been granted a patent. Here is a Science Monitor report.
Shrimp cultivation is considered a major and profitable agricultural activity among marine farmers. Shrimp is cultivated over an area of 160,000 hectares off the Indian coast. Shrimp cultivation is especially centered on the southeast coast of India. Shrimp is a superfood rich in antioxidants, vitamin D and protein, protects cells from damage and contains selenium, which has anti-cancer properties. In view of these properties, it has high demand in the international market. India is also a leading supplier of prawns to the US. But shrimp are susceptible to a wide range of bacterial and viral pathogens, especially the white spot syndrome virus that causes severe damage to shrimp production. Seeing this problem, the Pune-based Agarkar Research Institute, an autonomous institute under the Department of Science and Technology, has developed a new diagnostic tool for aquaculture pathogens. It allows rapid detection of the white spot syndrome virus. This can prove helpful in promoting shrimp farming and increasing the profits of farmers.
Apart from good farming practices, there are stimulants, vaccines, which are all required to have or maximize the produce. But what if there is early diagnosis of the infection? If infection is early diagnosed, then the farmer can get or recover his economic losses. And therefore, we thought of developing a rapid, field usable and farmer friendly device or a lateral flow assay which could help the farmer to detect disease in the early stage.
The researchers developed a lateral flow assay using gold nanoparticles to easily visualize the results. They selected peptides containing 12 amino acids from the phage display laboratory through biospanning instead of polymonoclonal antibodies. This was a time-saving and economical method. The use of peptides reduces the cold chain requirements for storage and adapts better for trial production. According to the researchers, the sensitivity of this device has been found to be 96.77% during the test. This tool can give results in just 20 minutes. The findings of this research have been published in Applied Microbiology and Biotechnology and the Journal of Molecular Modeling.
I'm developing lateral flow assay for detection of 2 viruses. First, Macrobrochium rosenbergi noda virus and infectious myonecrosis virus. I have also presented this work in National Bioentrepreneurship Competition 2021. We have named the device as Matsya Suraksha. It's going to be a holistic approach where we'll be diagnosing the disease at early stages and we'll be also monitoring it using Matsya Suraksha app. I am looking forward to receive support from funding agencies and will soon be commercializing it.
innovative indigenous solutions developed by Indian researchers can prove to be helpful in fish and shellfish farming while promoting shrimp cultivation. While prawn farmers will benefit from safe and high-quality shrimp production, Indian exports will increase due to the expansion of the sector, bringing in more revenue for the country.
The country is completing 75 years of independence. To mark this milestone, the government remembers the freedom struggle and the heroes of nation building and their contributions. The Science Monitor is doing its bit by commemorating the innovations that have helped push India on the highway of development over the past 75 years. As part of this series, we bring you some important achievements from the 1980s.
The first test firing of the medium-range surface-to-surface ballistic missile Agni was conducted in 1989. Created using the best indigenous technology, this missile was different from those developed before. Keeping this in mind, a separate Agni missile department was established. The journey that started with the Agni-1 missile that had a range of 700 kilometers has now reached 5,000 kilometers with Agni-5. This missile is a very powerful weapon in India's defense repertoire, capable of carrying both conventional and nuclear weapons. The Government of India created the Honey Bee Network in 1986 with the objective of accelerating innovative ideas, developmental policies, and technologies in the country. The network created a pool of like-minded Indians that included innovators, scholars, academicians, policymakers, entrepreneurs, farmers, and NGOs in and outside India. The network's objective was to create a knowledge system that was both equitable and fair in order to be sustainable. The network served to reinforce ideals such as naming and referencing the knowledge holder when using or collecting knowledge. The network's creative mouthpiece, the Honeybee newsletter, is published in 6 Indian languages apart from English and Hindi. It is easy to book train tickets for any destination from anywhere using a computer or our mobile today. Information related to rail transport is now easily available on our fingertips, but this was not always the case. In 1986, a system of computerized rail ticketing was launched in Delhi. This was a revolutionary step for the Indian railway system, which has a history of nearly 150 years. This system made the entire process of ticket distribution to reservation quick and easy, eliminating long queues and waiting at the ticket windows. Railways quickly adopted this system nationwide, and this computerized ticketing system became the basis of today's online booking service. A separate department of biotechnology was established under the Ministry of Science and Technology in 1986 to speed up the development of biotechnology in the country. This gave a new impetus to development in biology and biotechnology. Today, its impact is visible in major areas like agriculture, healthcare, animal science, environment, and industry. The sector has promoted employment-oriented developments while also providing various solutions up to the community level. The latest achievement of this ecosystem is the development of a vaccine against the deadly coronavirus. The establishment of the Center for Development of Telematics, or CDOT, is an important milestone in the journey of India's telecommunication. The Center for Development of Telematics was established in 1984 under the Department of Telecommunications, Government of India. This autonomous institute acts as a telecom technology development center to meet the requirements of telecommunication. Its main objective is to establish a center of excellence in the field of telecommunication technology. CDOT has been instrumental in the design, development and productivity of digital telephone exchanges in India. In 1989, the work of developing communication equipment was also added to the scope of CDOT.
And now let's have a quick look at some other developments that have made news in the field of science and technology in our segment Science Express.
The Union Minister of Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Jitendra Singh, recently visited the National Centre for Medium-Range Weather Forecasting. This world-class institute is a centre of excellence in weather and climate modelling located in Noida. Dr. M. Ravi Chandran, Secretary, Ministry of Earth Sciences, senior officials of the ministry and their centre accompanied the minister. The officials apprised the minister about the state-of-the-art facilities at the centre and told him about the functioning of equipment and activities conducted there. The Union Minister also took stock of India's first supercomputer, Cray-XMP. The supercomputer was installed in 1988 at the NCM RWF campus. The institute under the Meteorological Department is one of 11 to 12 centres in the world working in this field. Dr. Jitendra Singh said that India is not only at the forefront in the field of weather forecasting, but also in the best position to do so, as it meets the needs of its vast and diverse population. The 4th edition of STEM Summit and Awards 2022 was organized by the All India Council for Robotics and Automation recently. The summit is a global super ecosystem event with transdisciplinary possibilities. The summit has been designed with the broader collective goal of improving robotics in India and opening the door to research and career opportunities in robotics and automation. It is expected to enhance knowledge and collaboration in this area through mutual synergy. The 4th summit held in Delhi was supported by the Ministry of Education, Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Government of India. The India STEM mission launched by AICRA aims to prepare the youth for the country's future needs. Over 42 officials from various ministries and departments, including the Department of Science and Technology, Niti Aayog and CSIR, participated in the summit. On this occasion, 30 institutions were honoured with awards for their distinguished contribution in science, technology, engineering and mathematics. The Union Minister of Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Jitendra Singh, inaugurated the Seismological Observatory in his parliamentary constituency, Udhampur, this week. With this, there are now 3 such observatories in the Jammu and Kashmir region to record earthquake observations. The Udhampur Observatory, set up by the National Centre for Seismology of the Ministry of Earth Sciences, will record data related to the internal movements of the Earth's crust and make the data available to various seismic stations around the world. Dr. Jitendra Singh said that the Advanced Seismic Observatory puts Udhampur on the world's seismic map. The Union Minister also said that in the last 8 years, more than 70 such observatories have been established across the country, and in the next 5 years, 100 more will be opened to improve real-time data monitoring and data collection. A new study supported by the Satyam program of the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, shows that the practice of continuous meditation reduces thalamocortical connections with sensory regions of the brain. Researchers have found that persistent attention modifies the connectivity between relay channels that carry data from the sensory world to the brain's cerebral cortex. This allows a person to reach a state of deep meditation, making it easier to meditate. EEG studies have found that a deep phase of meditation results in an increase in theta and delta waves in the brain. This occurs during a state of rest but not in the state of sleep. With the help of MRIs, researchers recorded brain activity before, during and after meditation in expert meditators as well as non-regular meditators. This study was carried out in collaboration with the Department of Psychological and Brain Sciences, Boston University, IIT Delhi, Mahajan Imaging Center, Delhi, and the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Delhi.
And that is all in today's edition of Science Monitor. Keep sending your feedback and suggestions through email. Our email ID is indiascience@vigyanprasar.gov.in. You can also write into us at Vigyan Prasar, A50, Sector 62, Noida, 201309, Uttar Pradesh. So we'll take your leave now. See you again next week. Till then, stay safe and think scientifically.